What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Sweet Science Tube. Let's get to it. All right, man. So this is gonna be a quick video. As of right now, we got boxing editor Michael Benson. He came out on Twitter and he put out a tweet and it said Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia is reportedly now in jeopardy due to a rematch clause dispute. Gervonta will have the right to a rematch if Ryan wins. Goldenboy / Dazn and PBC / Showtime are arguing over who will be the lead promoter / network for that rematch, according to ESPN. Listen, I'm just gonna give my thoughts on this and tell you what I think is going on right now. And what I think is, I think that PBC are being jerks. End of the video. No, I'm just kidding. But I do think that they are being jerks. I think that they are I think that they're being greedy, man, Because I don't really know what's going on. I don't really know how it's going on. But I'm thinking it's something like this. Hey, if Tank loses, we want a rematch. Rematch clause. And I think Goldenboy actually agreed. I think they were like, okay, cool. But then I think PBC was like, but we also want to be the lead promoter. We want to fight the show on Showtime. We want to be the network. And I think that's what Goldenboy drawing the line. And they like, no, wait a minute. If we just won, how come y'all get all the say so? No, Goldenboy should have some say so if they the one that wins. And I get it, sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes these promoters are just greedy like that. Because as of right now, the ball is in Tank court. We know that he's the bigger star. We know, and listen, I'm a Tank fan, but I'm just being real. We know that he's the bigger star. Tank is the bigger star. We know that he is proven to sell pay-per-views. He's a proven one here. Ryan hasn't really proved himself when it comes to these type of sales. Tank has. So we get it. The ball is in his court right now. Right now, they get to say so. We get it. But they also want to say so if Tank loses in the rematch. They also want to say so still. And they want to be the lead promoter. And they want it to still be on Showtime. And sometimes that's how it happens. Just like when Devin Haney fought George Kambosos, he had to go over there and fight him. Took his belts. But I think in the rematch clause, they had it to where he still had to go over there a second time. They didn't do it in the States. They had to go over there a second time and defend the belts against George Kambosos, where he still came out victorious anyway. So it ain't like this is surprising. It's just that it's not surprising, but it is annoying. It's annoying because these are the type of things that make fights not happen. You know what these boxers need to do? They need to do the same thing that these artists have done. These rap artists, these R&B artists, these pop stars, everybody nowadays, you know what they said? They said, forget these big record company labels. Forget these big record companies. And you know what they started doing? They started going through the internet. A lot of rappers and music stars are getting clout and are getting known through the internet, through TikTok, through Instagram, through Facebook, through YouTube, through SoundCloud. That's how these people are getting recognized. They ain't going through these big labels no more. You know why? Because they realize they don't need these big labels. They don't need these big time labels who actually taking more of their money anyway. Taking half of their doggone money that they done made. I think these rappers and stuff today are way more flossier than these guys from back in the day. They also way more successful because they get to keep most of all their money. And they're able to do what they want to do with their music. Whereas back in the day, these big record companies, they had the royalties and they told them, they didn't have any creative control, and these people was telling these guys that they can't do this on their music. Why do you think the Carter 5 took so long to come out? Is the Carter 5 even out yet? I think it is, but why do you think it took why do you think it took so long to come out? Because Birdman was trying to tell Lil Wayne what he can't have on his album. He didn't want Lil Wayne to have creative control because Lil Wayne was doing rock music and pop music. He wasn't just doing rap. He was doing rock and pop and everything else, and Birdman didn't like it. So he was telling him he can't have creative control. And they held up Lil Wayne's album for years. that held up his album. That's equivalent to a fight in a boxing game, where a fight don't take place for years or don't take place at all because these promoters are stopping it because we wanted the rematch clause, but they didn't give it, so we told them it's our way or the highway. And so now the fans don't get to see a fight because these guys are being greedy. So you know what these boxers need to do? They need to do the same thing these music artists did and drop these promoters, bro. These promoters are ruining fights. They are ruining a lot of fights. Because of them, we ain't getting these fights. When you don't have a promoter, you can do what you want to do. Why do you think Canelo was still able to fight on Dazn when he wasn't with Goldenboy? You know why? Because he's a proven pay-per-view star. He's a proven pay-per-view star. You don't really need a promoter. You see, Canelo didn't really need a promoter. He still was, they still show his fight on Dazn. They didn't care that he wasn't with Goldenboy. They still showed it. He didn't need a promoter to have his fight shown on Dazn. They still show his fight on Showtime when he fought Cater Plant. He didn't need them. He didn't need an actual promoter. They still showed his fight. Because these promoters, boxers don't really need promoters if you think about it. Because guess what? If Tank wasn't with PBC and Ryan Garcia wasn't with Goldenboy, you know what? Showtime would still show their fight. They don't care that they don't have no promoters. They still will show their fight. Or the Zone still will show their fight. They need to drop these promoters, man. They really do. They are ruining a lot of fights. Now, let's just hope that they don't ruin this one. But hopefully these boxers realize that they don't really need these promoters. Hopefully Ryan Garcia and Tank see that. Hopefully Errol Spence and Terence Crawford realize that they don't really need these promoters because these are the ones who are stopping the fights. But that's all I really got for y'all today, man. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'll be back with another video. Holla at your boy.